Same. So I guess I'm good whenever. If anyone else wants to join, they can. I don't mind.
Okay, I'll give you a countdown then.
Sure.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
We're finally playing the video game, dude. So because I'm on push talk, it might be a little bit harder for me to give commentary, but it doesn't really matter. All I need to say really is that this category, all masks, is effectively the 100% of Hotline Miami, and despite what people in the Hotline Discord say, it's a very legitimate category. It involves collecting all the masks and puzzle pieces throughout the run so that I can get all the masks at the very end. Beyond that, it's very similar to, if you've seen New Game Any Percent runs, it's a lot like that. By killing that homeless guy quickly and just getting inside the car, I can avoid an animation where Jacket, like, gets sick of what he's done or whatever and pukes. You can just use menu skips. Oh, yeah, thanks for the Discord messages. But you can just use menu skips to get through a lot of these between levels a lot quicker than playing it through the story. Imagine being an idiot and playing a category where you watch all the in-between level cutscene parts.
For the all masks, do you have to pick up all the red cube things?
Yeah, you have to pick up every single one of the puzzle pieces because getting all of those allows you to solve a puzzle at the end of the game that unlocks a mask.
Okay.
I'm also really smart right there, and I shot the door open and then was unable to shoot because I had a pump shotgun and the guy could see me through the doorway I just shot open. Friendly reminder, I haven't done like any category like this in a long while, so there might be a few missed menu errors like that, but none of the menu errors in this game are really significant like this. Graham makes a big appearance in this run, but Tony is still the powerhouse of these categories, the not New Game Any Percent ones. Or New Game Plus all levels, or any New Game Plus really, because Brandon is a god among men. And right there, also, you saw me pick up a puzzle piece and something else. The other thing was Earl, because most people don't know it, but there's a few masks scattered throughout these levels that you can also pick up. And there just happens to be one on that level, so, I mean... Most of these masks are completely garbage, and you'll never see anyone actually use them. I used like 3 or 4 different masks throughout this run.
What are some of the gun masks? Like, I know, the one just, like, reverses control and stuff like that, or one just...
Yeah, there's the mole that makes the entire screen dark, there's the bat that just reverses... Oh, by the way, you're supposed to shoot this guy with a shotgun, but it turns out you can hit him with any weapon and stun him, and a shotgun always spawns up here, so no matter what RNG you get, you can always finish this, like, easy. But yeah, there's the bat that makes like all your controls reversed. There's debatably the unicorn mask, which makes all your gunshots effectively like silenced or something like that. That sometimes isn't that useful because luring people is pretty useful in a speedrun because it's nice to have them come to you rather than have to go out of your way to get everyone.
I know one of them makes dogs not hurt, but you still have to go kill all of them.
It's awesome, you fuck dogs. All furries, please. Tension is like exactly the perfect type of level to show how, excuse me, I died. But tension is exactly the perfect kind of level to show how luring enemies with gunshots is very useful. Excuse me, please get around this thing. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for the Discord messages, they really help me out. I think I just forgot a puzzle piece, because I haven't done this category in forever. I did. Amazing. We're off to a good start. Friendly reminder, this is still world record pace because this category is not optimized in the slightest. the puzzle pieces that I'm picking up are for a puzzle at the very end of the game. Most people, including me, apparently just walk past them because you don't really recognize this, like, 1 pixel little, like, pink, purple, whatever dot on the screen. And yeah, unfortunately for this category, I need every single one of them, so I have to go back and get any that I miss. This is where Graham kind of makes his own appearance, because some of the masks and, like, puzzle pieces you need to get are pretty out of the way, so it's better to just be able to move quickly to go get them. Don't do it. God damn it. I knew after I beat, like, everything that I was screwed. Okay, I got the dog, so I'm good. I'm a really good shot. Thank you. I whatever. Not like this. Oh, thank you. Not like this. That's how you know you're rusty, if you can't clear the top room there in one go with a magnum. But this is where Graham saves a lot of time on this level, because... Oh, I put the crowbar there so I could grab it on the way out, by the way. But the walk to and from a lot of things with Graham is actually a lot faster than if you did it with Tony, so he's totally worthwhile learning to use for this category. Same thing with New Game at 8%, but much less so, because there's nowhere near as much walking you need to do. This is another level that I use Graham on. Graham, in the mid-game, kind of makes a, like, grand star appearance, and then early and late games vanishes because he becomes irrelevant. Yeah, I'm dead. Fuck. I'm trying a really interesting strat here that doesn't always work because I'm getting amazing luck, as you can tell. I just got shot and lived, so I mean, that makes up for it. Basically what I'm trying to do there is there's some really glitchy enemies on this level that will react to gunshots you do from any... He didn't even respond at all to an entire magazine, dude. But they'll react to gunshots from any range, so I was trying to lure someone into that doorway with the Uzi so I could take him hostage immediately and make it really safe clearing out the left room, but he refused to come. And then the guy I'm trying to lure on the other floor also refused to come. Enemies don't respond really to, like, the loudness of a gunshot or anything like that. It's anytime a gunshot happens with a certain radius of them, they have a chance of coming running, so firing more bullets makes it more likely to come. So the fact that I was able to fire 5, like, not 5, but like 24, however many fucking shots in the rifle magazine, and nobody came, is kind of ridiculous. Thank you. At least stay in your room. A lot of these closer floors are kind of trying to balance how you want to clear it out between melee and guns, because guns are really effective and can kill people at range, but they also lure people to you, which is not necessarily what you want. Whereas melee is silent, but you have to get right on top of someone. I'm gonna try something dumb here. And it sort of works. Well, it's not like this. Thank you. And the reason I'm using Graham on this level as well is because the biker fight is awful. Oh, fun fact, because the puzzle piece is on the first floor of Neighbors, yeah, this huge walk in and out, Graham saves like any amount of time Tony could possibly have made over him. But the first floor of Neighbors technically has enough enemies and enough like weapons and variety on it for you to be able to get, I think it's like a C- or something, but you can get a high enough score to unlock the mask, so you don't have to clear the other floors. And because the puzzle piece is on the first floor as well, you can actually just get, like, you can clear all the enemies on the first floor, maximizing score, and pick up the puzzle piece, and then you don't have to actually, like, go on to the other floors. And then you can do Neighbors skip to clip out of, like, clip back outside, and then have an enemy follow you so you can clip back to your car. It theoretically saves quite a bit of time. The only issue is nobody has figured out a way to consistently get a high enough score on the first floor. You're like barely at the margin where like if everything goes perfectly you can get a C-, but beyond that you get a D+, and that doesn't unlock the head mask. Also, the reason this category was made up was because you see me unlocking weapons at the end of pretty much every level. Soon, you're probably going to see me no longer unlock weapons because I'm going to break it by getting too high a score. And the old 100% actually had us dealing with all of that bullshit. The old 100% category had us dealing with all of that, where we had to actually unlock all the weapons, and if we broke the score accidentally during a run, that we was screwed. Oh my goodness, I'm really good at this video game. So we kind of just get away with that by making the all mass category, which is just like no bullshit. It's just all mass is kind of a nice like compromise between getting everything in the game and just getting like everything that matters. Please die. Please die. Thank you. Oh, that guy having a little seizure there. These fucking puzzle pieces. They put some of these puzzle pieces in really nasty places, like a pinkish purplish one on like a pinkish purplish dance floor. Like in the far corner too. Also, if I miss any of these and I don't notice it, we're gonna have a fun time going back through all the levels trying to find everything that I missed. This is a level that you could use either Tony or Graham on. I prefer Graham because this first floor is kind of a bitch with Tony. It's funny because the second floor is an absolute bastard with Graham, but it's fine with Tony. Oh my goodness. If I hit that man, I would have been so good. Yeah, they put the puzzle piece right up by the door that all the SWAT like kick down and come in, so they got a little cruel with some of these puzzle pieces, but most of them are kind of just off to the sidelines, like you don't have to go very far out of your way to get it. That one in particular, though, is very nasty. The one on Clean Hit is also really nasty, because you have to go all the way out to the apartment, like, side, and then back in. Now we're at the more meaty levels, now that we're at the more meaty levels, we're going to be using Tony again, because he actually kills things. This floor. Ah. Oh my goodness, I just of all the people who had to live it with him. Yeah, that floor can get out of hand very quickly. Also going to be picking up the best mask in the game right now, Jake. Well, not right now, but pretty soon.
I thought Carl was the best mask.
DFB fans out. Please.
You ever beat yourself this time?
Ah, my god, I missed the middle window. This is officially a bad run. The reason I actually really like going out of my way to get Jake there is because I use Jake on the level Vengeance in this category. I also use him in New Game Any % because he makes clearing out the second floor, like the second real floor, a lot easier on account of you don't have to get a gun near the end, otherwise you're screwed, because he can throw weapons and kill people. Oh, rip. It's really important on this floor is to manage, like, well, I mean, I'm past the floor now, but really important on this level is to, I just do that, I might get killed because of that, but it's important to manage your ammo, because you really want to make sure you have enough bullets to kill enemies on account of enemies don't always die in a single hit in this game. They might survive like 1 or 2 shots or whatever. You also need to make sure that if you're shooting at someone who's far enough away, that you want to fire enough shots that you're more or less going to guarantee a kill. Because even if it's like 2 or 3 shots to guarantee a kill on someone, just because you fire 2 or 3 shots, if they're far away, doesn't mean that you're always going to hit them. Also, the lock-on is not a guaranteed way to hit people on account of it does not account for their movement at all. So if they're far away and moving sideways, you're likely to miss them if you lock on. So you do need to predict your shots in this game as well. And at the end of this level, we found a pretty interesting skip where you can just downright, after you enter the cutscene that you're leaving the hospital, like when you start kind of wandering around the streets of Miami, you can just Alt F4 the game and it will have considered you of beating the level. And it's faster to Alt F4 the game, reopen the game, and then just use the menu select to actually, because you can't interrupt the cutscene with menu select. It's faster to just like basically quit back to the menu forcibly and then start going the menu select. Also, they put a puzzle piece on this level too, of course. You're just not allowed to have fun with this video game. Right here. Start it back up again.
On the top left.
There should only be 1 puzzle piece per level that you have jacket. None of the micro levels have any puzzle pieces. So because I get 1 in the bottom right, there's nothing else I gotta worry about. Now we get to assault though, and I should do okay on this level because I practiced it before, which means I'm gonna fail it. It's a puzzle piece right there, I'll look at it later. Oh my goodness. There it is. Unfucking real. I want a shotgun. Not like this. Not like this. I'll play it safe. But this is the infamous Richter skip where you just punch him through the wall because Denison are very good at programming video games.
Would that be considered a cheat?
Yeah, this is actually a glitch run now. I'm sorry, guys. Hello, please, give me both. And the puzzle piece is right here. This is what I mean by most of the puzzle pieces. You don't have to go very... Excuse me. You don't have to go very far out of your way to get them.
What's the best time for all masks, no glitches?
I don't think that category's been done yet on account of everyone is a disgusting glitch runner in Hotline. Except for the people who run glitchless, and they're just filthy French people, so I mean, no one cares about their opinions or feelings.
It's actually, yeah, when did the Hotline speed scene turn to, like, France?
I don't actually know. I know they like Super Meat Boy, and I know that they really picked up Hotline New Game any %, and for some reason they also really... Oh, don't throw that to the left, please. They also really like Hotline 2. Like, they love Hotline 2. But they never... Oh, excuse me, fuck. They never really touched New Game Plus Hotline 1. It's like the most bizarre thing. Someone could probably do like a study on that and find something out. Not like this. glad I missed my throws like every time anyway. That means it was no longer faster to use. So that guy tried to get a sneaky shot in right there. Oh, I beefed it. If at some points during that cutscene, if you press escape, you can actually enter CFB mode where you play as a bald character. I'm not sure exactly what causes it.
There's two runners of this game in chat, Duke Bilgewater and Laserlong. I just modded them because they're.
I've never heard of either of those people. I don't know if they run this game.
They're like old school Hotline boys, man. This is way before, you know, French people took the commandeered the game.
Well, they invaded, you mean? Not like that. Please no. He put his knives in like the worst position, because even if I managed to hit him, his suicide shot could kill you, and that could have hit me. I wanted her to not put her knives exactly in his line of fire. That would really help me out. Thank you. Also, Jake's ability is that thrown weapons kill enemies instantly, but you throw knives at him and it doesn't kill him instantly. I'm very disappointed. Also, I just remember, I don't know if I picked up the puzzle piece on Vengeance or not. We're gonna have a fun time. We might actually see CF Doll. My lungs, speaking of smoking, my lungs are fucking killing me right now. Because I spent all yesterday in my garage soldering like a project for class, because no one else in my team has any idea how to do electronic stuff. And my fan is supposed to suck the fumes away, but it couldn't reach anything nearby, so I'm just like, I have so much phlegm in my lungs right now, and I woke up with such a dry throat that it hurt like hell. I want to die is what I'm trying to say. This run is here to put me down. Now we
Sometimes a doggy just needs to be put down,
Seriously,
man.
someone shoot me in the back of the head. Take me to the vet and give me that good old pink shot.
We can make a bit more for that, just like I made one right now for, should Headcrab be banned, yes or no? There's a bid war on that.
The answer is no.
As long as the answer is yes, I will purge him every now and then. Probably just ban him. If the answer is no, I'll unban him.
I want to see that oscillating as much as it can. Also, they're cheeky little fucks and they put masks and shit in the biker section. Because no one's going to be looking for masks in this part, because they think they're done with masks. But there's, like, 2 you have to find in his areas. Oh, not like this. Can we not, please? With the corner? I was getting incredible positioning from those gunmen, but thankfully, approaching from left side we've actually figured out is totally safe. Got shot twice on his head. I'm amazed that the enemy in the top right of this level is not being cancerous to me, because he's always like the most dangerous enemy in the game. And I'm getting fucking beat up by like the easiest enemies who don't ever do shit. Also, fun fact, you always get a flexibility of 0 when you play with Biker because you can't drop your weapons, so they made a very good grading system. Also, we just unlocked Brandon so we can finally start speedrunning this game. How is the donation war going to get Cyberdemon to run 2 runs of Attack of the Twonkies at this, by the way? I'm assuming that that's like top of the charts right now. Please walk into my knife.
It does not have money on it.
God damn it.
Nor does it exist in the tracker.
If I get world record, I'm gonna donate $10,000 to it. Also, yeah, that's a skip. You can just knock him through the wall there, and then you can just hop on top of him and clip out. It's a very well-programmed game. I'm not gonna stop time where I normally do because I'm not sure if I picked up everything. So I'm actually gonna go back into... Normally after a run of this, you go back into Metro and you show you got every mask. I'm going to stop time after I show I have every mask. Also, fun fact, I spent a long time figuring... Not very long time, but I spent a while figuring out the actual optimal mashing strategy to get through that. Like the chat at the very end there. Because it's top, top, and then bottom, bottom. Bill, Louis... We do it again. Friendly reminder, you have to do this level twice, because you have to get both endings of the game. And that's the best part of the speed run, though. The fact where I don't know how to spell comes into play. We did it, boys. That's actually not that painful. I usually beef the spelling of that very badly. Oh, by the way, like, spoiler warnings in case you didn't want to know what the puzzle was or what the secret ending is because you're about to see it. It's gonna go very quickly right here because I'm gonna mash like a madman. And we would normally hit time on getting on the bike here, but I want to make sure that I got every mask. So time is gonna be hopefully really soon. It's just once I say time. Yeah, time. We did it, boys. We got them all. The only unlockables that matter in Hotline.
Time, Lurk, if you're watching this.
Imagine not watching this high stakes run, dude.
Alright, that was like 26:30-ish.
Yeah, it's not too bad, I guess, for, you know, like, missing puzzle pieces and whatnot. And dying like a terrible person.